I'm Susan Sharp Campbell, Associate for Educational Ministry for the Presbytery of West Virginia, and this video is meant to be an overview of procedural matters that guide us as we meet together as a presbytery. Procedural matters can usually be found in the advance packet at the end of the stated clerk's report. They are divided into three parts. The first part has to do with principles of parliamentary law. These include courtesy to all, majority rule, one item at a time, respect the rights of the minority, partiality for none. Usually pro and con speakers alternate, each identifying before speaking which position they are presenting. And no one can speak on more than once on an item until all wishing to speak have been heard. Then one can speak a second time, but no more without special permission. The second part of the procedural matters refers to relevant sections of Presbytery's manual, particularly those which state that no new business shall be introduced after lunch without vote on a different deadline, and that any new business shall be presented in written form. This section also identifies who has voice and who has voice and vote at Presbytery meetings. I would suggest that you review these before the meeting. The final section on procedural matters states the procedural rules we will follow. One person's wishing to speak will do so by using the microphones. Usually there are microphones scattered throughout the sanctuary. 2, each speaker, after recognition by the moderator, will give his or her name and church name or other relationship to the presbytery. 3, debate on each item, given approval by 2/3 of voting participants at the beginning of the meeting, is limited to 30 minutes per main motion, with each individual speaker limited to 3 minutes. Given that the packet is available online, please be prepared to stick to this time frame. It truly is not helpful to have someone talk for 2.5 minutes about how limited this time is, and then in the remaining 30 seconds speak to the issue. And 4, a recommendation from a committee or other entity of the presbytery does not need a motion or a second from the floor. Please also note that anyone speaking on the floor of the presbytery shall address their comments to the moderator, not to those sitting in the pews around them, nor to those who have previously spoken on the issue. This includes the good news from the pews time as well, when speakers should always use the microphone. On the page following the procedural matters is a page called Motion Basics. Here you will find that while we do not often need to use these, if it's necessary to refer to them, they are certainly helpful to have before us. Thank you. If you have any questions, please contact the stated clerk at wvpresbytery.org or myself at Susan_Sharp_Campbell@hotmail.com.